All right, we are live on YouTube and we are also recording this meeting so that we can have a session that we can enjoy later on also. And it will be an amazing way to share it with your partners, with your team members, with your potential partners, your family and friend. Now, let me tell you, if your family is not in BG, they need to be. And we will share some amazing testimonials with our leaders here tonight, and we will tell you why it is important to just talk about BG and let everybody be a part of BG. We are so excited to have you today. If in the chat, which is open, if you will just let me know if you are a member or a guest, we will keep an eye on that aspect. Please tell us, where are you calling from? Where are you sitting tonight? Which part of the world are you calling from? That will be great. So I've got California in the house. Awesome. Who else do we have? Texas in the house. Okay. You are a member. Welcome. What an amazing blessing BG is to all our family members and us who are retail investors. Awesome. Ohio. Very nice. Atlanta. All right. Who else? Guests from Texas. Very nice. Welcome. Welcome. Okay. Georgia. Alabama. I actually was in Alabama. Let's see, what, 11 years ago? I don't even remember. No, 21 years ago, I was teaching there at Jacksonville State University as a tenure track professor. So I know Alabama a little bit. North Carolina, or Salt Lake City, Utah, very nice. California, Atlanta. Keep going. Louisiana, awesome, awesome. California again. Florida, the villages. Yes, Miss Cynthia. All right. Mississippi, and a guest. Welcome, welcome. Indiana. Well, Canada. We've got our neighbors here, Canadians. Awesome, welcome. I have team members in Canada as well, so I think they are here. I did see them on the list, so thank you for being here. Appreciate you guys. If you guys can name yourself rather than an iPhone or an 888 or just a random number, if you can just hover over your name in the participant list, it will let you rename yourself so that we can actually know who you are, what your name is, even if it's your first name rather than just a random number. That will be really good. So we would love to see your name and faces. You can turn on your cameras and that will be fine as well. So with further ado, I am going to get started and take you guys in. We've got a lot of team members. We've got a few guests, very nice, from Texas and Canada, okay, all over United States. Amazing, amazing, very nice. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to queue up my deck so that I can get started. I'm pretty sure a lot of people here who are guests, they would love to understand what BG is and why are you guys here? What is the opportunity about? What are you assessing? And what is it that you get tonight with this presentation? Let's see. All right. If you guys, while you watch the presentation, and it's going to be an interactive one, if you have any questions, there would be any thoughts or concerns or anything that you feel, especially the guests or even the members who are new members, please don't hesitate to raise your hand and we will address it as soon as I'm done with my presentation. But if you can write your questions in the chat, our amazing co-partners and leaders in BG will be more than happy to answer them while I continue with my presentation. And I've got a smart board behind me. I will also take you on the board and we'll do some numbers and we'll talk about the compensation a little bit. So just be ready to take notes. This meeting will last about 90 minutes. And if there is something else going on, we will let you know. But my goal today is to do the presentation, do a live demo of the trade, like really show you what is the platform about, how do you make money, and also do a withdrawal today, because that is one of the biggest concerns when you talk about any, oh, we have our special guest. All right. Okay, okay. Let's make him a co-host. We've got Professor Stefan Beard in the house, and I'm going to make him co-host. And he is going to be probably talking first. All right. Professor Stefan Beard, welcome to the meeting today. We are so honored to have you as our guest, our chief guest today, and I am so blessed to have you in my life. We've got more than 100 people in the room, Professor, and I know it's very late. We really appreciate your precious time. You woke up in the middle of the night to be here, so I'm going to hand over the mic to you so that you can address the meeting today, and we will let you go, and then we can rock and roll and party after you're gone. But thank you so much for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Professor Stefan Beard, who is the CEO, founder of the BG Wealth Sharing Fund and the organization that we are so proud members of. And I'm so honored to have him here. Thank you so much, Stefan, for being here. Take it over.
Thank you for such a great presentation, Gagan. So yes, well, hello, dear family. I wasn't actually sleep. I didn't woke up. I wasn't sleeping at all. So busy days, you know. So before the meeting officially begins, I would like to briefly greet everyone. So I am very honored to attend this Zoom meeting as a special guest today. So Gagan actually invited me to participate many times a long time ago. But due to conflicts in work arrangements and other matters, I was unable to participate in time. So I would like to express my apologies to everyone here. So despite this, I have always been paying attention to the development of the team. And I often hear that the content of these meetings is like very exciting. So whether it is sharing of practical experience or discussing personal growth path in BG careers, everyone's exchanges are not only frank but also very inspiring. So I also learned that the meetings hosted by Gagan have always been known for their efficiency, pragmatism, and warmth. So I believe that many partners have become regular guests of these meetings. So this atmosphere of active sharing and mutual learning is an important driving force for our business to continue to move forward. So today, I'm very much looking forward to listening to everyone's wonderful sharing. And I also hope that through this exchange, we can further deepen each other's understanding and trust and well, jointly promote cooperation to a higher level. So finally, I wish this Zoom meeting a complete success and hope everyone will gain more knowledge, inspiration, and motivation. All right. So, well, you can begin. I'll listen.
All right. Thank you so much, Professor, for being here and for your amazing encouragement. You know, I often talk about in my meetings, like why BG, as an investor, you know, as a retail investor, why BG is one of my most favorite project. And it is all because of you. You know, as the CEO founder, to work with a company and be a part of a community where you have direct conversation and communication, like a two-way communication with the founder, that's very rare. And you not only make yourself accessible to the leaders of the leaders, but you make yourself accessible to the new members more than you make yourself accessible to the leaders, you know, because you are so committed to every member's growth, and you want to teach them and impart your heart and knowledge and this amazing simple system that you have created, where you can actually have so much of wealth created for yourself and change your lifestyle. So thank you so much for making it simple, but sometimes as human beings, we make it complex. And it is a part of our job, you know, as leaders, as agents of BG, to encourage our new members and impart what we learn from you from a leadership standpoint to make those leaders. Another aspect of BG that I absolutely love, Stefan, is the leadership development. My background is talent development. I'm a university professor turned entrepreneur businesswoman. So what I love about BG is that you encourage leadership and personal development. And when people face challenges in the market, when the naysayers start to talk bad stuff, you have personally encouraged that, hey, come to me. I will show you how to debunk this information because it's not real. And as a community of more than 300,000 members who are so happy, if one or two actually become the members and then they tell us that, oh, we are not happy, I have not had any experience where somebody says, I didn't make money and I lost money and I'm not happy. I mean, the list goes on and on. So when people say, oh, my potential lead said BG doesn't do this or this and that, I'm like, first and foremost, are they a member of BG or not? Yes or no? If they're not, they don't even know what it is. So how can they be the expert in telling you what the value of BG is in your life? And if you're not willing to learn and give this project 10 days minimum, I don't think you have the right to even assess it. So come in, be a part of BG, and then tell us if it works or not. So I'm very honored to be the presenter today. Thank you so much, Stefan, for being here. I'm going to share my deck and then get this started so that we can do. And we are doing live stream. We're also recording this meeting. So this is going to be an amazing one. So let's go. We are going to share my screen. And I am pretty sure that everybody is able to see my screen, the whole screen, or you're only able to see, let's see, just the deck. I just want to show the deck first. Okay, this is my deck. Okay, can everybody see it? The co-host, if you can just give me a nod. Okay, great. Thank you so much, Ms. Cynthia. Appreciate it. All right, so we are going to kickstart today with the presentation, and what an amazing start we had with Professor Stefan here. We are talking about BG Wealth Sharing Business Opportunity today, where we very confidently and very proudly say a one-time investment in DSJ Exchange gives you a lifetime of benefits. And stick with me, please, till the end of this presentation. I will give you some demos and we will have some testimonials with the members who have been in BG longer than I have been and will share their journey and their experiences. So my name is Gagan Sirkaria. For those of you who do not know me and are sitting in this room for the first time, my name is Gagan Sirkaria. I'm a high achievement business coach. And I am also a university professor turned entrepreneur turned investor. My journey in Web3 crypto projects started about 3.5 years ago. I have participated in many projects and BG is my favorite. And I just share that. Why? Because of the two-way communication and the access you get to have with the founders. You just heard from our chief guest, Professor Stefan Beard. We are so honored that he takes us under his wing and teaches his knowledge, wisdom, his experience, and his relationship with DSJEX Exchange, that we are able to leverage that and make profits on every trade that we get to follow based upon his guidance. So today we're going to talk about more what BG is, what DSJEX Exchange is, what is our role. But before I take you further, I have a disclaimer. So today's presentation is not financial advice or a guarantee of any results in any form or fashion. So results in BG investment project are based on your efforts, your determination and focus, and following the instructions and guidance of Professor Stefan Beard for the trading signals and during the business growth, learning and sharing sessions, because he just not only gives you a code to copy and paste and make money, he actually is more committed in your personal development and in your professional development. So he himself leads various groups and new member orientation, agent orientations, growth and development of leadership capacities. He is the one who leads those personally. And you just heard him say, he didn't wake up. He didn't even go to sleep. He's in UK right now, 6 hours ahead. So it's like 3 a.m. in the morning and he's still working for us because we have a global community So BG is a Web3 trading project on DSJ Exchange that requires crypto to participate. And if you have more questions, please stay back. We will be more than happy to answer. I will do my best to answer them as well. So you can also contact the person who invited you to today's presentation for more information and clarification. Now, let me say one thing. About the person who invited you here today, you need to really thank them because they are your true well-wisher. Whether they are a family member and they have begged you to take a look at BG because they are a member of BG and they're having amazing results, or they're a colleague of yours or a previous partner or a buddy or a colleague. They have invited you here because you have more to gain here than the person who invited you. So what I love about this project is that one of the first things that people will say, you know what, I've had a bad experience in the past. I've been scammed. I have lost money. This doesn't work. So how can I keep going in a new project? So my humble request to everybody who is especially a guest today, that I want you to keep that past experience in the past and be present with me for an hour and open your mind and heart and feel us. Feel our passion, feel our success, ask questions and see the enthusiasm. Because Winston Churchill once said, success consists of going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. And I am no different. I've had bad experiences in the past, but I feel that because my intention has been pure and honest, that BG was a blessing to me at the time that I really needed it. So in life, failure is inevitable, but how do we respond to it is what defines us. And it is important to persevere and remain resilient in everything that we do in life. So please have an open mind and an open heart today as I walk you through the presentation. So if you are here for the first time, I want you to take a screenshot of this slide. It's one of the most important ones. Well, BG is not in 30 countries now. It is in 70 countries, as we learned from Professor this past weekend, and we are very rapidly expanding. We are a thriving community of over 300,000 members, and I'm pretty sure that will double soon. The way we are growing, the way we are actually expanding and giving the markets, various markets in the world, exposure, I'm very confident that what BG accomplished in the last 3.5 years, we will double those numbers very fast and very soon. We've got some great talent that we are attracting, and we are just proud of being a member. Now, there is another benefit that I absolutely love, which is increasing your revenue with every trade that we do. We have bonus signals, we have referral rewards, we have team building rewards, we have monthly bonuses. We also call them dividends or salaries, and I will share more information, so stick with me. Now, you have to be a qualified member, and the qualifications are given. Step-by-step instruction is given. We hold your hand to grow your team. We have great leadership here. Above all, when you're looking at assessing an investment project, compliance and fund safety is one of the most important top 2 questions. Do they have the licenses? Are they safe? Will my money be safe? What about my fund? I lost my fund the last time. What is the guarantee here? Well, with BG, your funds are 100% safe and guaranteed safety is there. BG and DSJ Exchange have compliance documents and registrations on the government websites that we have links that we can share with you. The person who invited you has all the documents. So we would love for you to do your due diligence, but just don't go Google DSJ or BG, because Google is a search engine, not a due diligence engine. We will give you the government websites where you will punch in the document information, the ID given to DSJ Exchange and BG on various websites so that you can verify their legality and compliance documents. So moving forward, I'm going to talk about one more quote because it's one of my favorite ones. So David Rockefeller, who was the chairman, founder, CEO of Chase Manhattan Bank, which is one of the biggest banks in the United States, and of course, the founder of the Rockefeller Foundation that has given like millions of funding and resources to charities and organizations to grow, especially in different third world countries. So David Rockefeller once said that success in business requires training, discipline, and hard work. But if you're not frightened by these three things, the opportunities are just as great today as they were in the past. So I want you to embrace these three things. If you are coachable, if you are trainable, if you have the discipline, when I say discipline, I say 21 days of commitment to learn the simple system that we have in BG, your success is guaranteed. If you can just give yourself 21 days to learn the system and be a part of a community that absolutely rocks it here. So welcome to BG. My name is Gagan, and I truly believe that your income is a direct result of the impact you make and the value you create. So my responsibility, my passion here is to create value for you, to offer you trainings and opportunity presentations, guide you through step by step through the BG system so that you can make money from the day one your account is activated. And if you can understand the compensation plan, and we've got some rock star leaders here who actually know the compensation plan, like it's like in their DNA right now. They sleep, eat, breathe BG compensation plan. So those people, if you can embrace and have their presence in your life, and we don't say that, okay, you're not in my organization, so you're not welcome. No. My team and I welcome the entire BG family from anywhere in the world. If you need help, we've got the channel for you. We've got videos for you. We do live Zooms for you. And you're more than welcome to ask us anything, and we will be more than happy to help. Does not matter if you are my downline or not. Okay, so let's talk about BG. What is BG? So BG, a wealth sharing fund, or the organization or the community, is a long-term investment project where all the members, when they join, they can start increasing their profits by building a team and doing their daily trades. Now, people who have no idea about crypto, please don't get scared. It is not rocket science. It's very simple. We will hold your hand and we'll walk you through where to get the crypto, how to fund your wallets, how to do withdrawals, how to transfer funds. We want to empower you to take control of your financial freedom. We don't want you to wake up 6 months from today, and when the banks turn the switch and they say everything is going to be in crypto, then you wonder what happened. Where are you going to go, and how are you going to withdraw crypto, or how are you going to use crypto to pay your bills? Because that time is coming as well. Just mark my words. It's going to be here sooner than later. So we, as a community, need to be present and also be prepared. I always say, and this is one of my favorite quotes, preparation beats planning. We can plan whatever we want to, but when the universe actually shifts, we don't know what's going to happen. Tomorrow is not promised. But if we are prepared to be resilient and we understand the system and how the money works, we can actually create stability in our lives. And that's what BG gives. BG gives us an opportunity to earn stable income. And through the trading signals that Professor Stefan gives us, 2 trading signals a day, and the rest of the signals are earned, everybody can make money here. I'm going to talk a little bit about the platform. Which platform? Well, the DSJ Exchange platform. Because BG doesn't have a platform where we trade or anything. BG is the bridge between us and the DSJ Exchange, and every member of the BG community, we get our own exchange account and we get to manage our own funds. We always have access to our funds, and we can, with a click of a button, transfer or withdraw our money. We always have access to it. Now, there are certain rules to follow, and I will share those rules with you, so stick with me. Another thing that I'm going to talk about is the people in the company. I love the people in the company. I'm a people person. I love the communication, which is one of my biggest strengths, and I seek more communication, a two-way channel, and I absolutely love that part in BG. The compensation plan, I will touch a little bit because I just want to give you a sneak peek of it, because I can actually talk 3 hours on a compensation plan alone. So we can do a training if you become a member, but I will show you what it looks like, the potential. The growth potential is amazing. Why? Because the compensation plan. Now, let me tell you, the compensation plan is not DSJ Exchange plan. The bonuses, the rewards, the dividends, everything comes from Professor Stefan, from BG. It doesn't come from Exchange. Exchange cannot pay us. That's not legal. But we get to trade on the exchange and we make profits the legal way. Now, we will also talk about the price to start, and we will go a little bit about the bonuses that are actually happening in the month of June. We've got 6 more days to go. For those of you who want to get started and take advantage of the growth potential, this is the time to actually be here and make a decision tonight and start tomorrow. So there is a 3-party collaboration, a win-win scenario structure put in place. And it might say, oh, I understand what a win-win scenario is, but it's between 3 parties, not 2, okay? And for this structure and the system to be profitable and be on like an autopilot, I would say, Professor Stefan has given decades of his time, energy, resources to create it. So he started in 2018 working with DSJEX Exchange, and it took him 3 years to build that relationship and have a 10-year collaboration contract with the exchange, where the exchange wants the community, the actual users, and the trade volume. And Professor Stefan created this amazing structure where he attracts the right people, the right investors like you and I, who want to be a part of the BG family. And then we get to leverage his relationship with the exchange, and we all make money. So that's where this 3-party collaborative effort comes into play, because we all make money. Now, I want to stress one thing. What is that? Well, if you know how to trade, or you've heard other people that, hey, I do trading, whether it's Forex, precious metals, it's stocks, or it's crypto, doesn't matter. How many times have you ever heard somebody that my winning ratio in the trading is 99.6%? Have you ever had that? I don't think so. There are some good day traders sitting in the room right now, and they will vouch for you that even they never had even a 90% success ratio. And we have a 99.6% precision success ratio guaranteed by 200 analysts who work very hard on the back end, and a multi-million-dollar AI technology that helps us trade through the codes that are given through Professor Stefan. So the reason he works so hard and he barely sleeps, I think, is because he has so many teams under him in different parts of the world, 70 countries. Can you imagine how many time zones they have to manage? It's an amazing teamwork. And if the team on the back end was not efficient enough, we wouldn't make the money that we make, and it is guaranteed success. So let me tell you about how the trade works. And this is an example, but I will open up my board and I'll give you more analysis. So just bear with me, understand where this works. So when the code is given to us, and we will do a live demo shortly and show you how it works. So when the code is released, and every member gets 2 codes, fixed codes per day. It doesn't matter if you start with 500 USDT or 5,000 USDT 10,000 USDT or anything in between, does not matter. When you start, every member gets 2 fixed signals a day. The third signal and the bonus signals are earned through your efforts in team building. So as you understand the system, your goal is, I want that third signal, because suddenly you jumped and made your earning potential go from 50% per month to 75 to 80%. And let me give you an example. So when you have a trade, whatever assets are in your exchange account, you have to move it to your trade account. And whatever assets are sitting in your trade, only 1% is pulled to trade every time. And let's say, hypothetically, you had $100 that went on the exchange to trade. There is a guaranteed profit of minimum 60%. And with the exchange and us, there's a 60-40 split or a 65-35 split or 67 or whatever split. So you might ask, oh, Gagan, I made money. The exchange is keeping the remaining spread. How is BG making money? Right? That's a very common question. BG makes money on the entire trade volume. BG is being paid by the exchange for bringing the community and for the trade volume that happens every time we go and trade. So we are not putting money in BG's funds or BG's account. In fact, BG is very generous and giving us the appreciation of building our teams and bringing qualified retail investors to the exchange. So for example, if somebody started with 1,000 USDT, they're a brand new member. Before they can even trade or before they even start trading, they get a welcome reward. And the sponsor gets a thank you reward for sponsoring before they even trade. And it does not come from the new members joining or their assets. They get to keep their 100% assets to trade when their account gets activated. I've participated in the past in a couple of investment projects, not similar, but same. Where, let's say, if I invested 5,000 USDT to participate, I only got to trade 3,500. The rest were given to my upline as commissions, or the platform took half of it, like 15%, because it was their fee for something. Here, I love the fact that if I start with 5,000 or 10,000 or 1,000, I get to keep all of that. And BG is distributing the bonus rewards and paying us more and more, not because they have too much money, because they recognize the efforts and the hard work and the passion of the new members in growing their teams. So that is what I absolutely love. We have another advantage, which is the AI algorithm that goes and does the trading, which has a 99.6% trading signal accuracy. So we are guaranteed a profit every time we do a trade. Now, I think in my account, I'll show you my copying history, how many times I have copied Professor Stephan Beard's signals, and my success, my trading accuracy is like 99.7%. There was one time I had even 100%, Now, here's what happens. If rare occasion, when the trade happens and the signal fails, we have 5-stage recovery system set in the back-end system where the code will be given to you, a recovery code, where the code will go and recover the principal that you lost, and it will make a higher percentage of profit on it so that you actually have 100% guarantee of your fund recovery and a profit. I've never seen that brilliance in any project that I've been a member of. Have you? I don't think so. Because this is such a genius plan, and I love the fact that you get recognized for your efforts by Professor. When was the last time you participated in a project where you had to go build your business and you were 100% reimbursed for it? I wasn't. Maybe I could have gotten reimbursed for a flight ticket once, but I couldn't get reimbursed for other efforts. Here, if you are willing to work hard and grow your teams, you will actually grow and take advantage of what's going on. I want to stop my presentation here. I want to open up my deck and I want to show you a few things. Now, BG, one person or few people actually leads, prospects of team members, new members. They said, why is BG's website or DSJ Exchange domain name so young and new? And they don't have traffic. I'm like, BG is just an informational website. We don't do anything on this website. We have nothing to do with BG's website, which is an informational website. So those of you who are new, if one of the co-host members can type in BG's official website, we would love for people to have that link. That would be great. I'm on bggp.vip website, where you can know a little bit more about the company, about the project. You can actually see what's going on. You can see how many members, what is the history of BG with DSJ Exchange. You get to know a little bit about Professor Stefan Beard. You get to know about the platform. Now, another question was, do they have an app? DSJ Exchange, do they have an app? And I said, yes, they do. I'm not an app person. I love browsers, and it makes my life easier. I've never downloaded it, but yes, they do have it. Once you create your account, and you can go inside and you can download it. And the question was, why is it that they are not on Apple Store or Play Store? Meaning that it's not a legit app. And I said, do you know how much money Apple and Play Store take if somebody has to list their app on their sites? BG is not selling anything. DSJ Exchange is not selling anything. So why would we pay so much money as a young business, like 3 years old business, to a third party to list an app when we can just put it on our own website and it's free for you to download if you want an app? Because as a business owner, everything that I spend money on, I need to justify it, whether it's helping people development or sales. Because no matter what business industry you come from, no matter what your career structure is, every business has two things in common. What are those two things? People and sales. And I love both. So if I have to make a business profitable, I have to take care of both those things. So DSJ Exchange as a business is no different. BG as a business is no different. So having apps and stuff, doesn't make sense. So for those of you who want to have this information, please get that. So right now, let's talk about BG and DSJ Exchange collaboration and what is happening here. So before I do that, here is a triangle that I absolutely love. So if you draw a triangle, on the very top, write down communication or company. On the left side, I want you to write affinity or community. And on the right, I want you to write down reality, because every person's reality is through their perception. What they see, what they believe, what they hear, it becomes their reality, right? When I said that I love the two-way conversation and communication between BG, I seriously mean it. That you have access to Professor Stefan and Professor Stefan's assistant, Elena, who is actually designated as like our manager assistant to us. Anything we need, she's always there. So I really want to give a big shout out to Miss Elena for being here with us, for us all the time. And if you have any issue with the exchange or withdrawal or your fund coming in or doing anything, what happens? She will always guide you with step-by-step instructions that this is what you need to do. Here is the guidance. And it makes my life easier to grow a very solid team. So I appreciate the communication. So when the communication is very strong, and you can apply this triangle anywhere in your personal relationships, in your family, in your businesses, in BG, in any jobs, any careers, any businesses you have, employees you manage. See this if it applies in every aspect of your life. So when the communication is stronger and it's two-way between the company and the community, the liking and the bond between the company and community is very solid. That's what every member of BG feels here, because it started from the top. It started with Stefan and Elena, that they started the communication and they want to personally welcome every member to BG. So because of that, our reality shifts. You know, the past experiences of like, I didn't have a good experience in a project, or, you know, I had this and this company didn't do this, or whatever. That reality shifts. Why? Because the company is taking care of two most important things, that is people and sales. We've got the golden glue here with BG, with those two things. And I absolutely love. When this triangle is complete and solid, and it's not like, you know, off balance, what happens? We start to see dollars. We start to see money. We start to see progress. We start to see bonuses. We start to see dividends. We start to see rank advancements. I wake up and I've got 5 or 6 people waiting to get into the private room. And I wake up and there are rank advancements. We're celebrating every member advancing. And I love the speed that everybody is absolutely in love with BG. So let's talk about what is happening between BG and DSJ Exchange. So right here, I want to talk a little bit about this structure. So I told you that 2018 is when Professor Stefan started working with DSJ Exchange, and they formed a 10-year collaboration that started in August of 2022, was a 10-year contract. What was that contract about? Professor Stefan has over 2 decades of financial experience in different markets, doing trading, doing financial assessments. He's very successful. And when he had a good collaboration partnership with DSJ Exchange, he shifted his role a little bit to people development. So his agreement was that I will bring you the community and you give me the commission and I'll take care of my people. But here's what I really need from DSJ Exchange. I want fund safety of my people, and I want to make sure that with every trade, they get to win. That's what it is about. And because of that agreement, there is a 30 million pound escrow account that actually does the safeguard of our funds and profits. If any member loses anything, it comes out of that escrow account. And recently, that 10-year contract got renewed in April of 2025 for another 10 years. So we initially thought, oh, we only have 7 years left. And I'm like, if I can continue doing this, I can retire in 3 years. Now we have more 10 years to take advantage and build not even us, but even our children. If they're under 18, we can even take care of them. And the community is very strong and is growing every time that we can think of. Now, if you can understand these 3 things, retail, accredited, institutional. Why am I talking about this? Well, we all, BG community members, I would say 95% of us are retail investors. We are the tiny little fish, tiny little fish in this gigantic ocean of crypto trading, a multi-trillion-dollar ocean, tiny little. And if you have traded before and you're not winning every time, what are you doing? You're losing, right? The second kind of investors are called accredited investors. Who are accredited investors? They're like they're like sharks. But to be an accredited investor, if you are a single person, and I'm talking about the United States, okay? Because I live in the United States, so I know these things because of my past experiences as an investor. So an accredited investor is if you have a job and you have a W-2 and you're earning $250,000 a year as a single person, but if you're married filing jointly, you make 300,000 or more and you're paying taxes on it. Your W-2 proves and you pay taxes on it, then you are considered an accredited investor, and you can probably invest like in hundreds and thousands, because you have extra income. But it does not count your equity in a residential house. Or if you're not in this category, you need to have a net worth of 1 million US dollars, not counting your $1 million home that you live on and you're still paying mortgage on. Okay? So then this is the accredited investor. People who are in this category, they probably will hire a trader, a successful trader, to trade on their behalf. And the trader is going to take at least a 30% commission. At least from your profits. It's a 70-30. It's an industry standard, minimum 70-30. And if they are more experienced, that they are trading as a whale, like multi-million-dollar trades, they're going to take more money from you because it's their effort, their wisdom, their knowledge that they are sharing with you to help you make money. So the third kind of investor is called a whale. These are institutional investors like banks. Do you know that Chase Bank and all these banks, especially Chase, they have their own blockchain that they trade money and they make money. They do their own trading and they make multi-billion dollars on their own with the money that we have put in the bank, thinking that it's our money sitting in the bank. So they've been doing this for like over 15 years. They created their own blockchain. They have their own system of making money, making money. And they are an institutional investor. Why? Because institutional investors start with $1 million trades. Now, why am I talking about this? Why am I talking about this? It's because as BG member, we are considered a whale on DSJ Exchange. That's why. We get to leverage the relationship and the collaboration that Professor Stephan Beard has built with DSJ Exchange. We get to leverage that relationship, and we get to use a multi-million dollar technology on the back end, the AI system, and we all go together and we trade as a whale. We make the profits, it comes back, drops our profits based on our assets, and we all make money. And it happens so fast that all you have to do is sit back and relax and just watch your money grow, watch your money grow, watch your money grow. Now, if you do not copy the code and paste it and hit the confirm button in your account, you get to lose the opportunity to make money for that trade. But that doesn't mean it went on loss. Your principal is intact, your assets are intact, your funds are intact. You just missed that opportunity for that particular trade. That's it. So that is where, when the transaction volume is there, DSJ Exchange gives 5% to BG as the compensation plan. And then BG makes a lot of money because we are growing so fast and our members are making money. Now, people will say, Gagan, I started with 500 USDT. Why can I not have more trades? And why can I not use all of my 500 USDT to trade? Why only 1%? So let me talk a little bit about that. So the concept is whether you start with 500, 1,500, 2,500, 5,000, does not matter, okay? Whatever your assets are in the trade account that is attached with BG on the back end, DSJ knows that you are a BG member, okay? So when our account is attached with BG, the AI will only, the minute you confirm the code in your account, the AI looks at your assets, will pull 1% to do the trade. So hypothetically, let's say you started with 500 USDT, 1% of that is $5. On that 1%, guaranteed minimum 60% profit is there. And it then gets to compound every time, whether you get your bonus signals, it goes back into your account, then the next trade happens, 1% is pulled, and then we go and make profit, then next day we put it again. So this, you get to do that minimum 2 times a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Amazing, right? The compounding is very good. So let's talk about a little bit about funding and withdrawal. Because most people who understand trading or who know how to assess good opportunities, they want to know, how can I get my seed principal money back? When can I withdraw? And when can I withdraw my money? Like, what's the numbers there? So we tell everybody that when you start your trade account with whatever assets you're coming in, 5,000, 1,000, 15, 5, doesn't matter, right? Whatever your starting amount is, you're going to, if you do not miss any of the trades that are given to you, you will double your account in 60 days. That's it, 60 days. And then you're free to withdraw your principal amount that you started with. Now, the process is the same for the deposit and the withdrawal. So when you have a referral link of a member who invited you to today's presentation, you will actually start creating your account on DSJEX Exchange. Like I said, BG is not a platform where you will go trade. It is the exchange account. And we all get to have our own verified exchange account. Inside the account, you'll have 2 accounts. One is exchange account, one is a trade account. So when you deposit your funds to get started, you accumulate your funds in exchange account. And you can actually say, okay, I've got $250 in this wallet, but I need to buy a little bit more from the exchange. So what do? You can send both directly to the exchange account, and you can accumulate it here. Then from here, you transfer your funds to your trade account, and the trade account is attached to BG. It takes 60 days to double it, and then you can withdraw. Now, let's say if there was an emergency and you had $10,000 sitting in your trade account and you need to withdraw, but it hasn't doubled yet. Now, does that mean that you can withdraw? No, you can. You can withdraw anytime. You can move your funds from trade to exchange and exchange out to wherever you want to take it out, whether it's a decentralized wallet or a centralized exchange, doesn't matter. But if your trade volume is not doubled, like 60 days, there is a 20% early withdrawal penalty fee that BG will charge. So we always advise people, new members, that please start with what you can afford to trade, and you don't have to touch it for 60 days. But it's still available. It's your money. It's not anybody else's money. Nobody's doing anything with that money. It sits there for you in case you need it back. You're free to take it out. Now, the exchange has a 12% withdrawal fee. When you are earning bonuses, dividends, everything, they land in your exchange account, not in your trade account. You get to decide if you got a $100 bonus or a $400 bonus or a $500 bonus, or you got dividends as level 3, $1,500 a month. Do you want to put it back in your trade account and let it grow? Or you want to withdraw it and pay your bills? That's up to you. Nobody's stopping you from a push of a button to withdraw your money. You can withdraw in USDT, Ethereum, or Bitcoin. You can actually put Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USDT also. Whatever you need, you can. Or you can say, oh, I have a little bit of Bitcoin here in this wallet, and I have a little bit of Ethereum here. Can I send all of them? Absolutely. Because in your exchange account, in your deposit access, you have various wallets that you can actually send your money to, accumulate all of it. You then exchange it, like swap it to USDT, because we trade the pair called USDT and Bitcoin. So to get started and for your account to get activated on the back end, you have to deposit USDT. But the exchange lets you swap it, and there's no fee. BG takes care of all of that for the members. So that's another thing. So let's go to an example here of the compensation. I think we are ready to do a demo, I think. Miss Cynthia, are we ready to do a demo? I'm going to log in and see if we have a code given to us. Let's see.
I don't get on my end. I don't know about yours.
Okay. There is, let's see. We can ask if you can text Elena.
I did already.
Okay, good. So just keep an eye on it, and I will log in and show them what my exchange account looks like so that we can at least give them an idea and go from there. So how is everybody doing so far? Give me a shout out if you are enjoying. Okay, let's see. What are people saying? Are you enjoying the presentation so far? Is this making sense? Do we have questions? Okay, all right. Can anyone share the BG website? Okay. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. People are saying, okay, they're enjoying it. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Do you guys know what is the YouTube channel where this is being live streamed? Yes, so? Okay, let me share the YouTube channel as well. Okay, copy. Okay, a lot of people are saying they're enjoying. Very nice. Thank you for the feedback. I just want to give you the channel information, and it's called BG Investment Project. Let's see. I want to just make sure I'm testing it properly, and it shows up. Yes. Okay. All right, Sanda, thank you. Thank you so much, dear. Appreciate it. All right, I have posted the YouTube channel. If you are new to the channel, I would love for you to subscribe and like. And, I've got English training videos, presentations. There are some testimonial videos there. There's some Hindi videos too. I've got Team India. There is a Vietnamese video too. And we are going to be building our Vietnamese playlist also. And if you speak French, anybody here who speaks French, more than welcome. Does not matter if you are my cross-line, upline, if you speak a different language and you want to have a presentation, I will share my YouTube, my channel and my Zoom link. I can seat 1,000 people in this room. So you're more than welcome to let me know what you want to do and I'll show up for you guys. Okay, so let's go and talk about DSJ. So I'm going to log in so that you can see what it looks like so that we can do a little bit of a demo. Okay. So this is my logged into my exchange account. This is my DSJ Exchange account. I'm a verified member, meaning when we submit and fund our account, we can start trading the next day after it's acknowledged and verified and turned on and activated by Miss Elena, okay? But when we have to withdraw, we have to make sure that we have done our KYC on the exchange, meaning we have to go, and it takes 2 days, very simple. If you're in the United States, you put in your driver license or a passport. If you're in another country like India, you put your Aadhaar card. If you are in, let's say, Canada, I'm pretty sure license or something, a state-issued document needs to be submitted. There's a 2-step verification process. Where do you do that? I'm on the desktop right now. I'm not on my phone. Under the account, you will go and do with verification, and you will then see that step by step. And we have videos, we do Zoom calls, we show you how to do that and how to submit it. Very simple process. Okay, so let's talk about how do we do the trade. So let me show you my assets. Okay. Remember a few minutes ago, I said when you create your DSJ account, you get two accounts. One is your exchange account. One is your trade account. Okay. So right now, in my trade account, I have $828.49. Okay. And right now, in my exchange account, I have 1,060 USDT. So what is the difference? Well, I want to withdraw because I want to show you how easy and simple the withdrawal process is. And it literally takes less than 10 minutes for the money to arrive in my wallet, and I can then pay my bills. And I can continue to build this account and make it to another 1,500 in like 5 days, if you understand the math and the compensation plan. So when you are a new member, you will click on, after you create your account, you will click on deposit. And then in deposit, you will then select the currency that you are submitting here, USDT, Ethereum, or Bitcoin. If you're sending USDT or USDC, the stable coin, you can use Ethereum for USDC stablecoin as well, especially in the US. If you are on certain centralized exchanges where USDT is not considered like, to trade or anything, I don't want to name those exchanges, but if you have trouble, ping me on the side and I will tell you which ones to not to use. And if you have leaders who will help you get USDT, get in touch with your leaders. Now you could send TRC20 or Ethereum network, but we do not allow BEP20 Binance Smart Chain USDT in here. So once you have that done, it's good to go. Then let's go and talk about transfer. So once the money's here, you click on the transfer button and you're moving your funds. This is for new members. You're moving your funds from exchange to trade account. And then you get to transfer, it just goes in. Then we introduce you to Professor Stefan and Miss Elena. You get to talk to them directly and you are good to go. The next day, you are ready to trade with us. So what happens when a code comes? You will go to futures and you will click on invited me right here. You click on invited me and there is this blank space where it says, please enter the order code. You copy the code and you paste it here and hit confirm. That's all you do. Then you get to see the position order. You should wait here for a few seconds. And within 1 minute, this information gets to populate and the AI pulls 1% of your trade account to do the trade with the code. So let me show you my copying history. Remember in my presentation, I said we have a 99.6% precision trading signals, the winning ratio. I have 99.75. I've copied the codes in Professor Stefan 393 times. This is what the trade order has been for me, and this is how much I've made, and I've withdrawn a few times. I'm going to ready to withdraw today again, and I saved it so that I could do a live demo as to how I can actually withdraw my funds. Now let's talk a little bit about my historical orders so that you can see what my trades have been from today. So if you look at my trades, if I can zoom in a little bit and give you a better view. Is this better? Is this a little bit bigger?
Yes.
Okay, so I can actually move this. Okay, so you can see, so for United States, the operating hours are Eastern time zone, okay? From Eastern time zone, we get to do 2 fixed trade signals. One is in the afternoon, one is in the evening, and then bonus signals are given to you if you earn them. So I had a $40 bonus signal and 2 bonus signals, and then this was my evening trade where I had $1,370 some dollars in my account, and the AI pulled 1%, which is $13.70. I made a profit of 62.10 on that particular trade right here. And my profit was $8.51. Then I had two bonus signals. So I made 24.48 on that, which was 61.20. I told you, right, that the AI will pull only 1% of your assets to trade with the code. And the bonus signals are given to you based on the new member that you sponsored and their trade asset. So I had personally sponsored a friend of mine who started with $4,000, and I got a bonus of $400, actually 410, because I started with $4,108. So I got a bonus of $410, and then I got 16 bonus signals, $40 each. I'm going to make about another $400 from the new member that I sponsored, and that's what it is showing here. Now I can go back 6 months from the day I start, but if you just look at this rate of return and the profit and loss right here, the green column, and you can see all of them are green, and the percentage is minimum 60 and above. Sometimes it has been 64.54. Sometimes it's 63.67. We don't know, but the AI will actually calculate and then deposit the funds, the profit in my account, and I get to, I don't do anything. AI does all of it. So let's see, did we get any code to show a live demo? Let's see, code please.
No, we don't see it.
Yeah, it's so late for them, we can't, that was very nice of professor to show up, So if we don't get to trade right now live, I don't think that's big of a deal. The proof is right here. And I say, numbers don't lie. So you can see the numbers. Some of the accounts here for people, they are actually, their accounts, they're making $10,000 a month. Leaders who are sitting here, they started with $5,000, their account. I started with 200 in December last year. I'm not kidding. I started with 200. And then I took out 550, then another 550, and now I'm taking out today $1,000, So you don't have to have a large account, but if you have patience and you are consistent and you are a team builder, you can make a lot of money here. But it's good to have a $10,000 trade account. So that's my goal. Linda, I'm following you. Miss Cynthia, I'm following you. So, okay, we want bigger accounts. So let's go and show you guys how to withdraw your money today, okay? Because that is one of the big things. Can I access my money? Can I withdraw it? How long does it take? How fast it is? And all this kind of stuff. So let me... Okay, so do you see this? I have 1,060 USDT in my account. I'm going to pull this out. Now, Exchange has a fixed 12% that it's going to take out before it will release my funds. So I'm going to say withdraw. I'm going to put in, so I have already bound my wallets and stuff. I'm going to say all of it. And I'm going to pay a 12% fee. I'm going to hit withdraw and say submitted. Now I just have to wait for a few minutes, maybe 5-10 minutes at the most. And this amount will become zero because I just pulled 1060, all of it out. And then I'll show you my account where it showed up, okay? So I actually did a withdrawal on a live demo maybe 2 days ago, I think, with Team India. So I withdrew $100 to show them on the live Zoom, and 88 showed up in my account, and then it was too late for them, so they went to sleep. So next day, I gave them a screenshot that, okay, this is what I got, $88 when I withdrew 100. So if I go to withdrawal, and there is my documentation right here, do you see that? 1060 that I just confirmed, it is under audit. And then on June 22nd, I got $100 that I withdrew, and I got 88. And then before that, I did 550. So if I change the dates, it'll tell me my previous withdrawals also. So this is how simple and easy this is. And if you have any questions, I'm going to stop my share here. Miss Cynthia, do you have any demo to do or anything to share? I don't think we got it covered, right?
You got everything. You got everything already.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So what I'm going to do is I would love to invite, first and foremost, if you are sitting in this room and you're a BG member and you got promoted this week, I want you to raise your hand. We want to give you a big shout out because, two biggest things, like the hardest things to do in BG is one is to decide to get started. That's the first thing. Number two is to get promoted, especially level one. So, Mr. Harvey, we are so happy for you. Okay, I'm going to actually unmute you, Harvey. You went to level 2 today. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm unmuting you, Harvey. Tell us how you're feeling. Oh my gosh.
Well, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Well, thank you very much. And again, I always enjoy your presentation. Very, very wonderful and makes me just want to do more. However, but anyway, I joined this company, this journey back in, I believe was a couple, 3 months ago.
April.
And April, yeah, thank you, thank you. Whew, yeah. But anyway, and I do enjoy this because, first of all, I love to play golf. And I play 3, 4 times a week. I'm here in the Sunshine State. And the process, it took me a while to get acquainted with this. However, with the assistance of the professor, Elena, Cynthia, and of course you guys are there. You're there for me. If I have questions, you're always there to answer. And it is unbelievable. I mean, it just depends on how much resource you can plug in here. And the more you plug in here, oh, the more smile you get. And of course, with my golf mates and all this, they know that I am in this business and they know I'm making money. So I do appreciate the professor, his techniques and process must be followed. And of course, this is something that's going to stay with me for a long time. I enjoy it and I enjoy the footage. Thank you so much and really welcome the new people. And now it's your turn to participate in making this money. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Harvey. I so appreciate you. And I know, like I said in my presentation, that if you can give BG 21 days to learn, it will change your life. And that's what a lot of people are here as a witness to the people who are watching us for the first time, who are sitting in the room for the first time, or will be watching us on a replay. I want to take the next person, Steve. Yes, Steve. Okay, I'm going to get you to unmute because you also promoted and we want to celebrate you. How are you, Steve?
Is it me on?
Yes.
Yes, I got my 5 people in my first week. I just went crazy and just called everybody and I'm gonna get, if I can do it myself, I'm gonna get them 5 each. So I'm working hard on that. And I wanted to tell Harvey I'm a golfer too. And it's one of the reasons I like the freedom, so I'd be able to play golf more often. And you know what tonight's thing has done for me? It's solidified the whole process. And we can take this and show it to everybody. It'll make a humongous difference.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for coming to the Zoom. We celebrate you. It is a lot of work to actually get your first 5 team members because you do want those people that you really love and care to be your first 5. But sometimes they're the ones who are the naysayers and they kind of dampen your enthusiasm. And you have to kind of like, you know what? You stay here for a little bit. I'll come back and talk to you later. Let me go find my other 5 people. So the next person that I want to celebrate and call on the mic today is Mr. Johnny Overstreet, device name. So Mr. Johnny, you are on the unmute. If you can unmute yourself and tell us where you're calling from and what is your rank advancement today. And kudos to you for working hard on your business.
Thank you. Thank you. I am calling from Texarkana, Texas, Northeast Texas, and I got promoted today to level 2, and I'm so excited. When I first seen this opportunity, I didn't exactly understand it. I think it took me about 3 or 4 days to see exactly what I had. And I always heard that, information without action is a plan of failure. And I felt that I was onto something that was really big. And how do I tell this to my friends? How do I get them to understand how big of a deal this is? Because I've been doing this for a long time. Never seen anything like this. Because it's a win-win situation. I mean, you can't lose. I mean, even if you're not a recruiter, most people say they are not a salesman. Yet everybody is born with a salesmanship on the inside of them, because we're not selling anything. We are telling. Just tell your story. Just tell your story, and people will gravitate to you. I mean, this is a gravitational pull. When I met Miss Ann Jackson about 6 weeks ago, I mean, I saw that fire in her eye. I saw her how she was so compassionate about this business, and that's, oh man, I just got to do better. I'm gonna learn this thing. It took me a while to learn it, but once I learned it and got it inside, my spirit, man, I tell you, I just can't stop. So thank you for this opportunity to tell my story. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and congratulations once again for your rank advancement to level 2. Wow, that is good. Now I have another special guest today. So we had a chief guest, and now I have a special guest. And I have made Miss Ann Jackson the co-host. And I would love for Miss Ann to be on the mic and share her journey and her story, because she's our upline. And I think somewhere she probably heard my prayers. I'm like, I would love for Miss Ann to be on one of my Zoom calls so that we can get to hear her. And she's the one who started all of this for us a year ago. So Miss Ann, if you can please come on the mic and tell us who you are, where you come from, and how did you start BG to bring it to United States for us? So please.
I did not know I was going to have to speak. I was just getting on your call because someone called me and say, she wants you on the call. So I said, let me get on the call. But anyway, guys, awesome presentation. Let me give you some history about myself. My background is construction. I own a construction company for 25 years. I hit a snag to where I literally lost everything that I had. And I was trying to find my way. After 25 years of being in the construction business, making a lot of money, I went backwards. And I was constantly getting involved with things that did not work. And I got involved. A good friend of mine told me to give a girl a call that I didn't even know about BG. And at that time, I said, okay, I'll give her a call. She told me that she had got into BG, and back then it was like a year ago, with $150. I'm like, okay. Well, I don't even have $150 right now. But anyway, make a long story short, I did not want to get into BG because they was on Telegram, and there's a lot of scammers on Telegram. And then when I got in just to see how I was going to work, she said, well, let Elena put you in Telegram room. You can just observe and see what happens. And that's what I did. So I like what I saw, but I did not have the money to get involved. A good friend of mine said, hey, I'm going to send you $500 to get into that program. She said, don't pay a bill with it. Get into the program. I was 5 months behind on my rent. So I took the $500. I did exactly what she said. And I was constantly making money every day. But back then it wasn't AI. It wasn't an AI technology. We was doing everything manually. But every day I was making money. After a month, I pulled it out. In 5 minutes, I got it in my Exodus wallet. Next month, same thing. But I did not bring anybody into BG for about maybe 4 or 5 months because I did not want to bring people into something and it didn't work. But I had no reason to believe that BG wasn't going to work because they was consistent from day one. So I just kept trading my account. I said, well, let me go and get 5 people. Lena kept telling me, take your time. I know you've been scammed. Take your time. We're going to be here. We're not going anywhere. When you get ready to grow your team, let us know. I went out there and got 5. And when I got those 5, I didn't stop there. When I got my 5, I understood that I needed to help my 5 succeed. If I helped them succeed, I was helping myself. And that's exactly what I did. So I would say between the time I done got involved, I probably made about 80 grand. I would have made over 150,000 if I wasn't taking money out every month to live on it. I was so passionate about, when I really found out what I was involved in, I had been in it for months. And I was driven because my mother was in a nursing home. And I would have to go and see my mom every day, wash her clothes, and they wasn't treating her right. So my ultimate goal was to build my BG after I started feeling in my spirit, I really need to do this. This thing is real. My goal was to make sure that I could have somebody sit with my mom in June. And I was able to start doing that in April. Now my account is sitting at, it'll hit 25,000 in another couple of days. I'm an LV5. Probably by this, I would say probably by the 4th of July, I'll be LV6. And I'm grateful to you guys because you got a lot to do with this, you know, but I'm here to say, guys, don't wait like I did. It took me 5 months to realize what I was in. But when I realized what I was in, I hit the ground running. And I just started talking to people. I'm passionate about BG. When I talk about it, I get emotional because it have totally changed my life. My whole family's in BG and they don't get in nothing that I do. And I tell people this, give it a try. My sister's in it, my brothers, everybody, all of my family is in BG now. So that's how I got started. I did not know what I had. It took me a while. And I would say this, I think I knew, but I didn't want to believe it because I had been burnt so much. But when I started feeling it in my spirit, I knew I had myself something here. And when somebody talked to me about BG and they say, well, that's a scam or this, that don't bother me because I'm on the inside. I know what's going on. I've been here for a year now. You're on the outside. But that's my story. That's how I got started.
Thank you so much, Miss Ann. We appreciate you and we absolutely love your story. And you're right that BG has to be in your spirit. When it merges with you inside, it creates results that are so strong outside. So I'm going to actually share the screen. Thank you so much for the testimonials and everybody. I'm going to share my screen and Professor has just sent a code, so I'm going to share it with you, okay? So, okay, let's go share my screen. I'm going to copy the code, bring it to where I can copy it again. So when the code is released, now you saw that I withdrew over $1,000, so it's gone from my exchange, so it's going to hit my decentralized wallet pretty soon, and I'll share that with you. So when we get a code, we go to log into our accounts, we go to future, and we go to invited me. Let me copy my code that Professor has just sent to me.
Gagan, we don't see that.
You don't see the code?
We don't see the right.
Yeah, I just copied it. So here is where you go to futures. Here is invited me. You guys can see this where it says, please enter the code.
Yes.
Where I'm pasting the code and hitting the confirm button. That's it. Now you can see it is the date is today and the time is my local time, 9:25 p.m. Now, what is this code going to do? Well, I need to go check my position order. The code is supposed to pull 1% out of my trade account. And my trade account has what, $800 some dollars, $828. So it's supposed to pull 1% of that, like $8 and something, right? So let's go click on futures. And I want to make sure that within few seconds, usually it takes about 60 seconds for it to start populating. But the minute you know that there is BG whatever group name that is given to you from where your codes are coming, like BG 684, 139, or wealth sharing, zero, whatever group you are attached to, and the code is released in that group, that's what will appear here. And then this information will start to populate within few seconds. And just like how Miss Jackson said that this is real. And she said, don't wait like she did for 5 months to really get a handle on this. You need to run. And there are leaders here who saw this, like Miss Cynthia. She saw it literally in 2 days and ran with it. She is at level 3, almost level 4 in like, what, 2 months? Because she understood the power of the BG compensation plan. So let's go look at the position order. You will see, oh, I got a $30 one. Oops. So professor just gave me a $30 reward. So this is like a bonus signal, you know, rather than a trade signal. So he's blessed me with $30 trade signal. And on that trade of $30, I'm going to make 62.50. So Miss Cynthia, what is the numbers that I'm looking at? Like I will be having like what, $17, $18 of profit, 60%.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to wait because the code that I just copied and pasted has a 10-minute timer. So I'm just going to let Professor know that it worked, and I'm going to thank him and say, good night, go to bed. So thank you. It worked. Doing the demo now. Appreciate
This will be about 1875.
you. I was wondering, somebody, my math geniuses here will let me know. Thank you. Thank you so much. So once this goes, what happens? The AI is going to wait for 10 minutes, and then it'll go take the $30. We'll go do the trade on the exchange. We'll come back within 60 seconds with a profit, and that profit will go into my trade account. That's as simple as it gets. So when you're building a business, you can really focus on team building and understand the power of this. So I'm going to actually stop sharing this. I'll come back to this and show you what the historical order will be. But I want to share a PDF that we have that we all love. And it is a document that is shared by Professor Stefan Beard and Miss Elena. And we give it to all new members. And we also use this document for our presentations. So it is, I think, a 33-page document, okay? Most of the information that you will see in this document, and if you want this document in Hindi, in Punjabi, in Urdu, in Vietnamese, in French, any language, you just have to let us know. We will get you the right information in the right translation. And it'll come from Professor Stefan and his team. So I did talk about the 5 aspects of our major concerns here, like, you know, the competitive advantages. You know, we have stable, profitable signals, we have licenses, there is guaranteed safety of your funds and your trades, we have a long-term partnership with the exchange, and of course, if you are going to build teams, then it is going to be really, really good for those. So let's talk about what happens when you sponsor, or what happens when you start BG as a newcomer. So these are just examples. Like if somebody starts with 500 USDT, the sponsor gets 25 USDT as a reward, and the newcomer also gets 25 USDT before they start trading. It doesn't come from my sponsor, like the newcomer that I sponsored, his assets. It doesn't come from my assets. It doesn't come from exchange. It comes from BG, Professor Stefan. And then if somebody comes at 1,000 start, the sponsor will get 100 and the newcomer will get 50. But there are something called bonus signals. You just saw I got a signal from Professor Stefan for $30. He adjusted it himself. That was like a bonus reward signal that I'm getting. So you get to get the reward signals. If at 500, you get 6 bonus signals. At 1,000, like at any level, the newcomer will get 6 bonus signals. However, the person who sponsors will get more. If they come at 1,000, you get 12 bonus signals. And any new member after that can get like 16 bonus signals per person. So in June, if you don't wait and you can actually come with a team, or you can come with your 5 people, you can actually earn up to 76 additional bonus signals on top of your daily trades. It's just an amazing program to build upon. Now, you heard Miss Ann that she is at level 5, LV5. This is what we call level 5. And this is what she just hit that level, like I think at the end of last month. June is her first month to be LV5, and she's ready to go to LV6. So you can see in this last column for the rank advancements. Now, this doesn't stop at 7 levels or 10 levels or 15 levels. This is an infinity plan. This is amazing. You get to count all these, and all these bonuses, one-time rank advancement bonuses, are 45,000 USDT and more. And then you can get to count these that you can earn if you qualify 3 times a month. On every 9th, 19th, and 29th of each month is payday for us. Based on your rank advancement, based on the trade volume percentage, or fixed, you get this paid. It's unbelievable. Somebody who's at level 4 is making a $3,600 per month minimum salary or a dividend bonus from BG. Somebody at level 3 is making a minimum of $1,500. Why $1,500? Because 500 times 3 every month. If you can qualify and do your rank advancements. So just think about this, from 90, you go straight to 450. From 450, you go straight to 1,500. From 1,500, you go to 3,600. From 3,600, you go to 7,200, and it doubles. So this is 15,000. This is 30,000 per month, if you can get to those levels. Is it hard? I don't think so. You just have to have BG inside you and that belief system so that you can grow your team, you can grow your accounts, you can actually be the best BG representative in the market, and then sky is the limit. So that is it for now. Let's go look at my trade and see how the trade went on the historical order. This is my exchange account. I'm going to go click on invited me one more time. Do you see it says no data here? Because initially it had my date and time, right? So now it's no data. Position order, no data. That means the trade happened. So let's go look at it. So here is my $30 trade that I just did. I made a 62.50 profit on it, $18.75. Now I had 800 and some dollars. So that 1875 will go back to my assets in my trade account right here. And we do this every day, every day, every day, every day, and we make money. And if you have bonus signals, that's like icing on the cake. And I love that part, So the more you grow your team, the more you do rank advancements, there is more money from BG. And if you are a leader and you have a servant heart, you will actually make more money in BG than anywhere else. And the stable income that is guaranteed on your hard work will grow exponentially if you bring the right people in and you want to passionately build your teams. So with that, my presentation and my demo and everything is over. I showed you how to trade, how the AI works, how the trade account and the exchange account works. I even did a live demo on the withdrawal. You got to meet the founder and CEO of BG today. What a blessing. And you got to meet amazing leaders, and we've got to celebrate people with rank advancements. So if anybody has any question, now is the time to raise your hand, and I will love to unmute you and answer any questions you have. So let's go. Who has questions? Raise your hands. Okay, so Steve said, can we get the recorded link? Steve, it is being live streamed on the YouTube channel. So if you go to BG Investment Project YouTube channel, you can find it under live streams. It's happening right now, live stream. So I tend to do live streams a lot just because, you know, you are in that flow and it's the most authentic presentation you can give and you get to share your screens. People can go see it. So please go look at it. Okay. Is there a minimum investment? Okay, so great question, Miss Christie. 500, okay. To qualify for your bonuses and rank advancements, you have to be a qualified member, and that is minimum 300 USDT to start. But you do not get any bonus signals. So in order for somebody to earn bonus signals that really help with the compounding, you have to start with a minimum 500 USDT. If you really want to leverage the bonuses, you need to start with 1,000. And you need to sponsor people with minimum 1,000. That's the game plan to really grow your team faster and everybody gets the benefit. So I hope, Christy, I answered your question. Sometimes people will ask, can I start with 100 USDT? And the answer is, yeah, you can, but what are you going to make? 60 cents per trade? And you're not going to be a qualified member. It's going to take you 90 days to make that 300 to qualify. So just wait, get your money together, and come back next month. That's my simple answer to that. So, you know, because then you don't get involved, you know, when you don't see money happening, then there is no attachment, then the affinity is not there. So I tend to tell people that you can wait and gather your money and come back in a month, you know, you might have the money then. Or come with a team and you might sponsor people that way. Okay, quick question. Do we pay tax on the money we withdrew? No, ma'am, you do not. Why? Because this is not US dollars or your local currency, fiat currency. It's cryptocurrency. It stays in your decentralized wallet. Now, if you take that to a centralized exchange and you sell your crypto to get your fiat, like let's say US dollar or Canadian dollar or Indian rupees or whatever, and you move that money from the exchange to your bank account, then yes, you will probably end up paying capital gains tax, but I'm not a financial advisor and I'm not a CPA. That is a CPA question. You need to talk to somebody who has the expertise in that, all right? Okay, what else question? Can you add more to your account at any time? Absolutely, Miss Chris Allen, you can, but the bonuses, whether it is reward bonuses or bonus signals, they are only triggered with the first initial funding, whether you start with 500 or 5,000. But if you start with 500, that's what will trigger the bonus. But if you have the intention and the capacity to start with 5,000, do yourself more benefit because you'll get a bigger bonus signals. Mr. David said, who do we contact to get the presentation in Spanish? Mr. David, I know you asked that question. I actually do have a Spanish leader in the team now. Like I said, that I'm working on it, but they're not ready to do the presentation yet. So give me a little bit of more time. I promise we will have a Spanish presentation for you for sure. Okay. What else do we have? Oh, somebody is still coming. All right. Okay. All right. So is there anything else? Oh, there is a phone. All right. A phone. I'm asking you to unmute. Let me know what your question is, and I'll be more than happy to answer. A phone. Device name. A phone. Hand is up. If you have any question, unmute yourself and I'll be more than happy to answer if I know the answer. No? Going once, going twice, unmuting, nope. All right, that is it. Then I'm sorry, you can't answer your question anymore. Okay, you had your hand raised. Anybody else? Any feedback? How do we know? So there is a question in the chat. How do we know when we have doubled the profits to withdraw, especially if we had additional funds added? Okay, great question. So Stephanie asked that question, which is a great question. So remember in my exchange account, let me show my exchange account so that you can see, actually that might help. Okay, everybody's looking at my account. So do you see right here, I've got 847.24. So let's say if I wanted to withdraw. So I can only withdraw from the exchange account, meaning I have to use the trade money to first move to exchange and then withdraw. So when I click on the transfer button, because I'm moving my money from trade to exchange because I don't have anything in the exchange, right? So if I'm moving money, I will hit the transfer button. And when I say from trade to exchange, I don't want to say anything because I don't have any restrictions. So it's automatically going to pull it out because that's what happened. I was just testing it and it just moved. And I'm like, anyways. So what happens is right here, let's say you said you wanted 500 or 300 out. When you hit the transfer button, there will be like a notification right here. It will say, if you are not able to withdraw and you have a few dollars left, it will give you a notification saying that your trade volume is missing $88 or $58 or $21 or $500, whatever. It tells you right here on this screen in the notification. And then it'll say, do you want to withdraw? There will be a 20% penalty. Yes or no? So at that point, you can calculate. So actually, I tried withdrawing like 2 days ago, and it said, Gagan, you had 83 point something short in your trade volume. So if you withdraw right now, you'll pay 20% penalty fee. If not, wait. So I did the math, $88. I'm like, that's 2 trade signals for me. So I just waited for a day and I calculated that today was be a good day for me to do a live demo, and I was able to withdraw and didn't pay a 20% penalty fee. So I hope I answered that question for Stephanie. All right, let's see. Are you using the calculator site for the projections? Yes, Vicky, I am. On average, 1.3% minimum. Sometimes it's 1.5. When you do rank advancements, it goes 2.5. So it is exponentially growing, faster. So it depends upon your efforts, depends upon whether you have 3 fixed trade signals or not, depends upon if you have sponsored people or not. So it all depends. So it's not a fixed formula there. But yes, I do use the calculator site to run some projections for sure. Okay, awesome presentation. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. This is being recorded. Yes, ma'am. Shan, Starra. Yes, absolutely. It is on YouTube. Thank you, Gagan, so much. Absolutely. You're more than welcome. So, all right, I'm going to end it here. And I look forward to seeing everybody next week, Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Same link, same channel, same Zoom link. So until next time, happy building your teams. More trades, more power to you, more bonuses to you. Enjoy your evening. Have a productive week. We've got our bonus days and our salary day on June 29th. So thank you so much for being here. I absolutely adore you all. I love my BG family. Take care. Good night, everyone. See you again next week. Bye.